one of my top favorite bands besides Striper. We're not there yet.
Wow.
But another S band coming from the band Saint off of Hellblade in 2010.
Yes. Okay, I added Saint. There we go.
All right. So there you go. To the Cross by Saint. And with Saint, I'm slowly gathering their albums. I think, like I said, just in the last couple of years, I've become a fan of theirs. So I'm picking up albums as I can. And Hellblade was one of my more recent purchases. And
Awesome.
actually, I've only had it a couple weeks. And I don't know if it's their best album. Probably would be down on the list if I was to rate all the Saint records. But it has a song called To the Cross. Saint, it's heavy. It's good. So yeah, it's on my list. Guardian with Take Up Your Cross. This came off
song
of Fire.
Is better. Yeah.
Is this better than what?
It's one of their better songs.
It is. I like this. This came off, like I said, Fire and Love came out in 1990. And yeah, it's great. This is like an upbeat acoustic song, kind of like acoustic blues slide. I think it's a great song, actually.
Yeah.
That song actually is interesting. It comes off of Fire and Love, which was except for that song, a full out hair metal type album, blazing licks and riffs, and then they end the album with this song, which really comes out of left field, but really is a pretty cool song, actually.
I like the lyrics. The lyrics really fit, and they jump around, turn around.
Oh, it's good. It's great.
This is Lee Haley. I'm with One Bad Pig, and you're listening to Rock and Metal Faith for the oink of it.
On this edition of the Rock and Metal Faith podcast, we thought we would do an Easter-themed episode, so we're going to talk about songs about the cross. Welcome to the Rock and Metal Faith podcast, where it's all about Christian rock and metal, from the classics to the new bands. So come and join us as we rock for the King, because this is the rock that makes me sing. I'm your host, Arin and Key, along with Kris. I did my homework, Plamondon.
I like that. I like that you say my name properly. That.
Actually, I was going to make a reference to the last episode and go, along with the host, why are we doing this again, Kris Plamondon?
Well, this episode, I'll have a lot of positive stuff to say. For those who don't know, you could go back and, that was a pick on Kris because he didn't have anything positive to say.
Well, I didn't have much positive to say, but I did have try to find something.
So I was chopped liver? Is that what you were saying?
No. And for those who have just joined us, welcome to the Rock and Metal Faith.
Yes, welcome.
If you were listening last episode, we were talking about Holy Soldiers Promise Man, the grunge record, and we were trying to figure out how they got a grunge record after the two great records. But you know what? That was the 90s. Actually, this time, we're going to be all over the musical spectrum, as the only requirement was songs with cross in the title and from a Christian band. And we're going to talk more about that later, in just a few minutes. First, we'll get into some news. Do we have any news?
I don't know. Do we have news?
No, there's lots of new albums coming out. Lots of albums have come out. Actually, one thing we should talk about, and we did mention, I think last time, Michael Sweet has one coming out, and I think his new solo record should be out very shortly. Probably at the time of release, it will be out. We've only heard a couple tracks off it so far. But one thing I do want to bring up is this year is the 40th anniversary of To Hell with the Devil.
Yes.
And Rox Records, I'm not sure if you've seen these posts. Rox Records is putting together a tribute to Hell with the Devil. They have gathered a few Christian metal artists out there to do performances of songs from that record. So each band doing one performance, and that is going to be released later this year. I've heard clips of it. They have released a few videos on YouTube, more or less just like these AI lyric videos or something like this, just for somebody to hear the song. And from what I've heard, it actually sounds like it's going to be a very good tribute. Unlike the Striper tribute that came out in the late night or the mid 90s, that Sweet Family Music, that was not a very good tribute.
Is that to say the least, or like that's all? That's all you want?
Yeah, that's about it. Well, we're gonna get around to an episode of that sometime where we talk about that Sweet Family music, the basically 90s grunge bands doing tribute to Striper songs. Unfortunately, it was not a very good tribute, and if you want to cut that record up, we'll go right ahead, because I don't think there was any redeeming parts of that record at all.
They should just get White Cross to do their version of like Calling on You, or
that'd be interesting.
Yes, that would be cool.
Get Rex on,
like
on
some
guitar.
Of the more current, some of the more current bands, like get Calamity Kills to do. I don't know.
Well, these are current metal bands for this To Hell the Devil tribute, and these are actually real metal bands playing. So they've actually kind of taken the songs and actually heavy them up even more, if you can imagine that. So that sounds good.
Hey,
yeah, go ahead.
Do you have anybody new that we have to say hello to?
No.
No. Oh,
well,
darn.
and here's the problem with that is, well, we're doing well and we're slowly gaining new subscribers. Only YouTube lets me see who is subscribing. So if you're listening on Spotify, you're listening on Apple, I don't know the names of anybody there. I'll know numbers, but that's all. So I'm not really gonna do shout outs to specific people. What I will do though is shout outs to anyone who signs up on our Facebook page. I'll get to see who's there, and if there's any new people signing up to that, I'll do shout outs to those guys. So if you haven't done so, sign up to our Facebook group page.
That's right.
Join our Facebook page, and I'll always post stuff up there. And we'll try and do what's coming out. We'll post the links to the episodes. Although if you're listening, I'm sure you already know how to find the episodes. Right. This is also a good time now to do our usual shout outs and tell everybody, hey, like, subscribe the episode, and share it out with your friends.
Your dog, your cat.
I'm sure you're not the only one who listens to Christian rock or metal. So get your friends listening to podcasts talking all about that. If anybody,
let your church know in your church group. Yeah.
There you go. The other thing is, email. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to say about news as well, too. Is we was looking for comments and feedback on episodes, and maybe they're coming yet. I don't know, but all I can say is, that saying, no news is good news. Well, the good news is we have not received any negative feedback from our last episode.
Yes, people love us. Right on.
No, we haven't received any feedback. So
feedback's good, whether it's good or bad, right? So.
Yes. And if we say some, talk about a record that we don't like and you like it, let us know. And there's nothing wrong with that.
We're willing to learn. Yeah.
Everybody's entitled to different opinions.
That's right.
Actually, one thing too, I do want to bring up. Could almost be an honorable mention for the main topic. You know what? Maybe I'll save it for the honorable mention. Actually, I don't have too much to say. Time to plug it in and turn it up. All right, for the plug it in, fairly new artist known as Ziggy and the Suffering Gift. And these guys kind of came across my radar. Actually, fairly good. They've got a new single out that they're trying to promote. It's hitting the Christian rock radio. There's lots of internet radio stations out there, lots of Christian rock radio internet stations. This one is kind of starting to make the rounds and make the waves. I would describe this as kind of a southern rock sound. Anyways, so the latest single from Ziggy and the Suffering Gift is a song called Wake Up. So that was Wake Up from Ziggy and the Suffering Gift. The main guy
Aaron?
who's in it. Yeah.
Aaron, I'm awake. I'm awake.
All right. Yeah. So the main person in the band, I guess his name is Scott Ziegler. I'm not sure who else is in the band. That's about it as far as I know. But if you like that, and actually I saw you kind of grooving to that, so
Yes, that was pretty good.
you like that?
Well, I think the lyrics were pretty good. You could understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he could sure sing. The guitar riffs were really good.
It was good, yeah, and like I said, it had that good. I don't know. I would describe that southern rock feel, kind of like an upbeat Leonard Skinner sound, you know.
Yep. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
and like I said, don't know too much about them. I know they're starting to make the round. Maybe you'll find them coming across your feed on Facebook or the other socials. Maybe you'll find them coming across whatever internet radio, Christian rock radio station you listen to. And if you don't hear them there, maybe contact your favorite Christian station and tell them they need to play some of that.
And they could also play our episode. That would be cool.
There you go. Well, if you're into talk radio, I guess if you want to hear two guys just yapping away.
You know.
All right, one other thing I did want to bring up, and it kind of fits in with our theme too, is so we're talking about Songs of the Cross. This is going to be our first episode in April, and sometimes I like to do an Easter episode. We actually did one where we kind of highlighted Easter themed songs the first year we had done this. So we had done songs, like Messiah, the Crucified by Bloodgood, and a couple others by other bands. Those ones come to mind real fast. This time around, all I wanted was songs that had cross in the title. The genre didn't really matter too much as long as they were Christian. I've got 10 songs with a couple of honorable mentions. How many songs did you come up with, Chris?
I have about 9. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll go through my honorable mentions first. And yeah, and then we'll go through. And I know probably you and I will have a lot of.
Oh, it's going to be different.
Okay. All right. I was going to say we might have a lot of the same picks. And if we do, that's okay. We'll just talk about them when they come up. And if we've mentioned them already, we'll quickly run through that anyways. But for my honorable mentions, actually, I want to bring up a guy I just discovered. In fact, I was just listening to it today. Didn't even realize he had a song with cross in the title until I listened today. There's a guy out there I discovered because on Facebook group pages, a lot of people are always looking for artists that sound like other artists.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure why it matters, other than the fact that, okay, I'm listening to this artist already. This is where my listening style is. Give me some Christian artists that sound like, say I like Judas Priest, and I go, hey, I like Judas Priest. Who can I listen to on the Christian scene? And then you would say Saint. And we've done an episode of bands that sound like mainstream bands, Christian bands, counterparts and all this. There's always more and more of those coming out that kind of have a sound like somebody else. Someone had asked, is there a Christian equivalent of Disturbed? And the answer that came out was this guy named Peyton Parrish. I don't know much about him. It looks like he may not have been a Christian until recently, and then releases a new album, I think it was last year. And according to Spotify, this is his first Christian album. So I listened to it. It's really good. Definitely has some of the Disturbed style to it. There's a couple slow songs on there where he sounds more like Scott Stapp from Creed. So his style is kind of like Creed meets Disturbed. He's got a song on his list. His new album, I think, is called Evangel Core 1. But he's got a song called Carry the Cross. So I just wanted to throw that in there as my as one of my honorable mentions. I'm doing kind of my honorable mentions first, and then we'll get down to my main list. Also on my honorable mentions is The Crucified with Back to the Cross from their self-titled album. Came out in 1994. And also on my honorable mentions is Degarmo and Key with Upon a Cross from the 1986 album Streetlight.
Wow, that's old.
And here's the thing too, with Degarmo and Key, they have 3 songs with cross in the title.
Yes.
Two of them made my list. I do kind of like that Streetlight album. It's a little softer, a little more laid back, but it's good. It's kind of a bluesy feel to it, and I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
With my honorable mentions, my I do 10 and 9. So number 10, I've got Seventh Day Slumber with Lead Me to the Cross off of their album Take Everything, came out in 2009.
They're a big Christian contemporary band. Boy, do they put out some good songs over the years.
Yeah. Well, and here's the one thing I noticed. Anytime I listen to them, I know the songs already because it seems like they're doing cover songs of CCM artists, and they're just making them a little bit heavier and stuff. Everything I've heard from them, I think our worship band has played in church, but I know our worship leader is not listening to 7 Day Slumber, but more Chris Tomlin and the Laura Ingalls or what's her name? Can't remember. Anyways, there's a Laura or something in there. All these other CCM guys, and that probably stuff you hear on the message on Sirius satellite radio,
right?
And that's all the lighter stuff. So I know a lot of times, Chris, we mention a song and that sounds like so-and-so's song, or the title sounds the same. Well, there was a lot of times where bands will use titles from other bands. Not that they're trying to copy the band. They just write a song that happen to have the same title. It happens all the time.
And they do get permission. They probably have
the
rights for it.
You don't need permission. You cannot copyright a title. So anybody can write a song. No, not for a title. If you're copying anything from the song, yes. But if all you had is a title, and that's all that was similar, and bands write songs all the time that aren't anything close to other songs, other than having the same title.
Yeah. Unless
you're 7 Day Slumber, where they're always recording other band songs. Now, this is why it made my number 10. I like the song "Lead Me to the Cross." I like there's a bunch of other ones I think have covered that. Probably even heavier bands have covered that one too. I think probably too many for me to even know who's all covered this song or who's all done this song. There was a couple others too that people brought up that, there's this song out there, and it's one of these old hymns that everybody has redone, rocked up, heavied up, and all this. I don't know. I like "Lead Me to the Cross." 7 Day Slumber is a little bit heavier than Chris Tomlin, so it makes my number 9.
Totally. I mean, we're not putting down Chris Tomlin, but he's a legend in Christian music. But yeah, there's some of us who like heavy stuff.
Yeah, like his stuff is great in a church setting, in Sunday morning church setting. Otherwise, that's fine.
Yeah, that exactly. Yeah.
All right, back to my list here. I'm gonna do number 9 now, and my number 9 comes from a legendary classic band. Although this is one of their slower sounds, more quieter sounds. This is where I got Petra with "Marks of the Cross" off the 1993 record "Wake Up Call."
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that song before. Till this.
Oh, you must have heard it. Hang on here.
Oh, I heard it earlier. I'm like, what? I don't remember it. Yes. These are the marks of the cross. Oh, giving, bearing, feeling, daring to lay down your life on the line, forgetting what you leave behind, and willing to suffer the
So that was my number 9.
Yes. Yes, I remember that, hearing that in concert. That's why I sang along with it, because it triggered it. Like, yes.
All right. So what was your number 9?
Number 9 is a group. Well, I'm just going to pick one. Do you remember Al Danson? He's part of the CCM group or
Okay.
the industry. He wrote
All
a
right.
song called The Cross. It's a more
Okay.
ballad song. So I know we will play it here, but it's yeah.
If you ever want me to play anything you pick that I don't have, you
I
have to let
know.
me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know next time we'll do it.
All right. And so that was called the Cross by L.
Al Danson. Yeah, their
All right.
1990 album.
Okay. For my number 8, then we're gonna go a little heavy now. Actually, we're gonna go completely opposite from number 9. We're gonna go with Demon Hunter and a song called "Cross the Bear" from their Extremist album in
Yes, that's a good song.
2014 and stuff. Yeah, and it's a little different for Demon Hunter stylistically. I'm not sure if they were kind of just starting out at this time and hadn't really figured out which style they were going, because this is full out heavy, fast paced. The stuff they're known for doing now is much different sound. Not that I'm saying one is bad and one is wrong. It just, this one is different than what they normally do now. So they've, I'm not sure, like I said, where the song comes in their career wise, other than this is pretty old too. So maybe they were just starting out and hadn't figured out which direction they were going to go yet as a band.
Yeah.
But heavy, but a good song. I like that one. Actually, I think a lot of my list kind of jumps from heavy to light to heavy to light, or whatever. So, and I know I've got a lot of both heavy and lighter stuff on my list. All right, so your next song?
A ministry out of the States, Grace Sovereign Music, and they have one called At the Cross, which was just,
Okay.
I picked it because musically she just has the voice. And it rocks. It starts off slow, thinking that, oh, it's going to be a worship song. And then all of a sudden the guitarist comes in and it's like, yes, yes. But it doesn't go any further than that. It just means
Right.
that she went up in her chest voice for the whole song. So it was okay.
All right, good. Good pick. Okay, my number 7 is kind of another legendary artist from the band Van Zandt. Now, these two guys are brothers. One has been with the band Leonard and Skinner. The other one with 38 Special. Okay, now these are, like I said, two brothers.
Seasoned vocalists. Yeah.
Southern Rock, yeah. Well, one plays. I'm not sure who does which now. One plays, and the other one sings. They're on the socials quite a bit. They've got a couple records out, but a couple years ago now, in 2024, they came out with a new record called "Always Look Up." They got a song on there actually called, just diverge from the topic for a little bit. It's really good. It's kind of a country, kind of southern rock. It's like Leonard Skinner toned down a little bit of country rock mixed into it. Everybody called it southern rock when it came out. I kind of thought it was more country rock. They got a song on that finishes off the record called "Jesus Christ." That is more in the Leonard Skinner vein. Really good song. But they also have a song on there called "Leaning on the Cross."
No matter where I go from here, no matter what I do, my love for you will never change for all that you went through. I won't deny you, I'll stand by you until my dying day. Lord, you embodied me with your trust. It changed me in every way. I'm leaning on the cross for all who are lost. Give us strength to believe in what we can't see. We're leaning on the cross.
That's awesome. I like that.
Yeah, I figure you would. It's a little slower, right up your style.
Hey, come on. Come on. Come on.
No, it's good. I like it too. It's one of the slower songs on the record. There is some more upbeat, slightly heavier songs. Nothing on the record gets too heavy, but definitely worth checking out.
I was almost going to say, can I add Michael Sweet's Jesus to my list? He doesn't mention the cross, but he mentions Jesus.
Yeah, well, that'll be for another time. We'll pick songs just with
come
Jesus.
on.
Well, there is a Striper on my list, and we'll
yeah.
probably and you probably know where that one lines up.
Yeah, I know
we've
where
said that
that's
before.
going. Yeah.
All right, what's your next song?
Take It to the Cross by Dawn Friends. Another upbeat, but it's more a country song out of the U.S. So these are all people you don't know, and I didn't know either.
That's all right. Maybe someone listening there will want to check them out. Check out your picks.
Right. That's right. If you do mention my name.
All right. Well, we're at my number 6. We're gonna do. Actually, we're not gonna play a clip from this because we played a clip from this song before. We did a whole episode from these guys. Actually, a couple episodes where we talked to one of the members of the band.
Yo, everybody, this is Kosher from One Bad Pig. You are listening to Rock Metal Faith Podcast.
And we're doing One Bad Pig from the album I Scream Sunday that came out in 1991. They have a song called Never Forget the Cross.
I think you just wanted to say that to get all that expression.
Oh, it's a great song. Actually, you know what? That was one of my, I think, favorites from that record. Great song with a great message. Done in the One Bad Pig style, but great song, so.
Awesome. I never really got into One Bad Pig. So.
Oh, well. But yeah, if you haven't heard that, check out the episode we did reviewing One Ice Cream Sunday. Check those 2 episodes out. All right, your next pick?
Cade Thompson, Come to the Cross.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Acoustic. Yeah.
Any relation to Chris? Chris Thompson?
Yeah, Cade Thompson.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Come to the Cross. All right. An acoustic song. Okay. Good.
We could just spend the rest of the episode talking about Striper.
Well, we'll get there. We're going to get there. We rarely have, an episode where we don't mention Striper. So. Where are we? Oh, hey. Another band that we like on this episode besides Striper. I have a number 5, Guardian with Take Up Your Cross.
Yeah. This song is better. Yeah.
Is this better than what?
Oh, it's one of their better songs. Yeah.
It is. I like this. This came off of Fire and Love, came out in 1990. Yeah, this is great. This is like an upbeat acoustic song, kind of like acoustic blues slide. I think it's a great song, actually.
Yep.
I was just trying to look up something. That song actually is interesting. It comes off of Fire and Love, which was except for that song, a full out hair metal type album, blazing licks and riffs, and then they end the album with this song, which really comes out of left field, but really is a pretty cool song, actually.
I like the lyrics. The lyrics really fit, and they jump around, turn around, give you.
Oh, it's good. It's great. It's catchy. It's kind of thing I think Bon Jovi had done. Like, '89, there they released New Jersey, which was fairly rockin' album, and then they do this acoustic blues song at the very end, just as a fun little thing.
Yeah.
This one sounds like it would have been written or could have been written a couple albums later on the Swing Swain Sung album, but instead, this is like I said, where are we? 1990, Fire and Love. But anyway, so that's that one.
Fire and Love. Now I want to get into that album.
All right, your next pick.
My next pick was okay, we talked about them. Don Fraser.
Okay.
Take Up the Cross.
All right. You might have mentioned that one already.
Did I mention that? Why?
I think
trying
so.
to make up space here.
Actually, we're gonna have a quick episode this time around.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's at the cross. Craig Thompson. I almost feel like I've shared them all.
Oh, well, okay. Maybe you've done like other episodes where you miscounted, and instead of having 9, you only had like 2 or 3, and you just keep saying the same ones over.
See, I have evidence. I have a bunch of them.
Well, why didn't you write them in order and then just go down the list?
That's what I was doing.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how you're getting.
Did that? Okay, Mark. We did Petra. Demons Hunter, you mentioned already.
Well, okay. So if I mention something that's on your list, just bring it up and say we've already talked about it, but this is on my list.
Yeah. Okay, I mentioned Demons Hunter. There we go.
Okay. All right. So see, there you go. There's a great song that we both picked, just in different spots. Okay. All right. What do I got next in mine? Well, I'm at number 4, and this is where I have the last Degarmo and Key with a song called "Carry the Cross." This is off their Two Extremes album from 1994. This album is not bad. Like, from Degarmo and Key, this is probably their most rockin' album, full of great rhythms, great little licks here and there, all over the place. Carry the Cross. So by Degarmo and Key, my number 4. You got anything to say about that?
They're good, legendary band. I heard that song, and it's pretty good. Pretty good for that time and era. Yeah, it totally rocks.
Yeah, I just listened to most of that album today, actually, just to have listened to the record again. Anyways, all right, you got another pick?
How about Silent Scream? Come to the Cross. Yeah, awesome song, but it's what's the word? They're a choir.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't really. Oh, but it's a good song. Good song.
All right.
But I almost fell asleep when I was listening to it. So that's not...
And you got that high on your list then? It put you to sleep?
Yes, that was. Well, and then I found Demon Hunter, and that woke me up pretty quickly.
Oh, definitely. So now you got to reverse the order. Put
I know.
The one that put you to sleep first, and then put on Demon Hunter to wake you up.
Yes, yeah. And then, of course, the next one, we're getting close to the band that we always talk
I'm
about
at my number 3.
Oh,
well, hang on here, because I'm at my number 3. And you should have 3 left.
You're
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's right.
I think I mentioned my 3 though. That's my
Oh, have
problem.
you? I don't know. So your problem is you're not organized.
That is what I learned this week. I have to work on my organizational skills. You're right.
All right. My number 3 comes from actually a band, one of my top favorite bands besides Striper,
Wow.
but another S band coming from the band Saint off of Hellblade in
Yes,
2010.
yes. Okay, I added saying there we go.
All right. So there you go. This can be both our number 3s then. And this is To the Cross.
As you're pulled within, temptations casually find you. A bloody those who fear and those who simply fade. And as you face them back, betrayal is among them. So take your best step back, give it your all. You know there's just one way. The darkened clouds approach, and sundown is upon them.
So that was my number 3, To the Cross by Saint. And with Saint, I'm slowly gathering their albums. I think, like I said, just in the last couple of years, I've become a fan of theirs, so I'm picking up albums as I can. And Hellblade was one of my more recent purchases. And
Awesome.
actually, I've only had it a couple weeks. And I don't know if it's their best album. Probably would be down on the list if I was to rate all the Saint records. But it has a song called To the Cross. It's Saint. It's heavy. It's good. So yeah, it's on my list. All right.
Yeah, that would definitely. Wow. Spotify, why aren't you letting me see these songs? Dang it.
That should be there. All these songs should be on
I know,
Spotify.
I know.
I know they are because I sent them your
You
playlist
sent the
of these
link,
songs.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't open the link and go to Spotify. It doesn't do that. Instead, I have to go and type it in, and then it shows me the artist.
Hmm.
But it doesn't show. It didn't show me that.
Well, now
I'll
that
have to
you
look.
bring that up, actually, I am going to put the link to this in the show notes, anyways, because I did I believe I made a playlist of all of the songs that are on my list. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Kris, that you didn't tell me your list ahead of time, and the songs on your list are either the same as mine or they're just too light to make the playlist.
Pretty okay. They're similar, half similar. The other half are artists that I think our fan base may skip over. You know, they might listen to 5 seconds of it, but you know,
Well, you never know. I mean, I know there's lots of people out there that listen
yes.
to different varieties all over the place, and I listen to a lot of stuff too.
I was looking for a Canadian band that had a mention of the cross. I didn't find anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of looking under my music library as well. Anyways, I also want to mention that too is we have a couple playlists out there. We got a playlist of all the artists that Spotify has of our plug-it in artists. So if you want to check those guys out, they're there. As long as the artist is on Spotify, they're on that playlist. The link to that is in the show notes because this is something a little bit special too with this episode. I made a playlist of my picks from this episode. That is going to be its own playlist. I might throw a couple songs from this into our main playlist too. I've been making a playlist of songs we play on the episode, and I usually pick like 1 or 2 per each episode and throw them on. So yeah, check out our playlist. You can probably find them under our podcast name, Rock and Metal Faith. And so another way to check out some of the stuff that we've been doing. All right, so we're down to my last 2. You got 2 left on your list?
Well, pretty much we both know what my final one would be.
All right. Well, what's your how many do you have left? 1 or 2? You got 2?
2.
Okay, so what's your number 2?
Striper.
That's your number 2? All right.
Well, I thought Striper did 2 songs about the cross, really.
Well, what was the second one you thought?
Down with the cross, and then
Down with the Cross? I don't know that one.
From their back album, not To Hell with the Devil, Chris. The other album.
I don't know. We'll talk about that with my number 1 though. So what was the other pick?
My number one would have been This Is What the Cross Is For. Worship band out of Florida.
Okay.
It rocks. So, and then my final one is
all right.
The one and only.
we'll get to that. I got 2 left. My number 2 is actually a band we talked about, a band that I think I turned you on to. From the band Narnia.
Oh, yeah.
They have a song called People of the Blood Red Cross. And that song was on my previous list talking about favorite Narnia songs. It comes off the album Enter the Gate from 2006. Great band.
Oh, that's why.
Actually, talking about that too, and I missed this in the news, so I'll bring it up now. Narnia is expected to release a brand new album this year, probably soon. The band is already teasing that the new album is ready and should be out soon. I've already been looking, trying to see if it's available anywhere. So this is how close to release it is.
You shouldn't just do that. You should book them to come on to talk about the album.
You'll be sleeping because they're all the way in Sweden.
I forgot about that. That's right. I forgot about that. Forget that idea. Yeah, that we'd have to wake up really early.
Although we are a bit of night owls, maybe they're awake now. I don't know. But anyways, so that brings us, to our number 1, and we've been teasing it for the last little while now. Of course, anytime we can say Striper, we get to say Striper. Anytime we have a question, Striper is the answer. Even if it is, what is your favorite country band? Striper is still the answer.
You know what?
So they have,
Didn't Petra? Oh yeah, we did that Marker of the Cross. I thought they had more than
Petra.
one song about the cross, though. That's what I.
As far as I know, just the one. I'm actually kind of surprised at how few songs are out there with cross in the title, without bands covering the same song. But anyways, so
how many rap songs I found? That was crazy.
Should we finish my number 1 pick here? From the album God Damn Evil in 2018.
That's what it was.
We have Take It to the Cross. This is actually one of their heavier songs.
Yes.
Borderline thrash when it gets to the chorus. It's a great song. I do have a clip of it. I'm thinking I'm going to save it for the very, very end. We'll kind of go out with that clip. Unless you got anything more to add.
Take It to the Cross.
Well, it's a great song. Again, like I said, we love Striper here. And what more can you say?
I think love is it the right word? I think it's okay, maybe love is
Were you gonna say we're obsessed with them?
I was thinking through that, but no, we could almost say we're the rock and metal faith plus love striper show.
Well, there is one out there actually doing that already.
Really?
But yes. So we've exhausted your list, have we, Kris?
Yeah, we got through my list.
All right. Let's just quickly maybe do a recap of my list here. Number 10, Lead Me to the Cross by Seventh Day Slumber. Number 9, Marks of the Cross from Petra. Number 8, Cross to Bear by Demon Hunter. Number 7, Leaning on the Cross by Van Zant. Number 6, Never Forget the Cross by One Bad Pig. 5, Take Up Your Cross from Guardian. 4, Carry the Cross by Degarmo and Key. 3, To the Cross from Saint. 2, People of the Blood Red Cross from Narnia. And then number 1, Take It to the Cross by Striper. Goddamn evil. All right. Great album. Actually, that's one of my favorites. Not my favorite, but one of my favorites anyways.
I really like Goddamn Evil. I think that's
It's a good song too. You talking about the album or the song?
Oh, the song. Well, the album in itself is pretty good, but Goddamn Evil and then Take It to the Cross. But
Yeah.
isn't there one after that, like The Valley?
Yes, that was on the. That's on the other one.
I could have put that song on this list because I talked about the cross.
Yeah, we're not talking about songs that talk about it. There's lots out there that mention the cross in the lyrics. I want the cross in the title.
In the title. Well, yes. I'm adding the valley because I'm allowed to.
So no, you're not. That's not. That's against the rules.
Yeah, it's a good song.
It's a great song, but that doesn't fit this episode. And I like that. Actually, one of my favorites, probably could be my favorite Striper, is that album, which is Even the Devil Believes. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Take It to the Cross. So, yeah. Everybody, like I said, share this episode out.
Yes.
Let's, don't keep this a secret from... Yeah, where are we here? Don't keep it a secret from your friends. We don't want to be the best kept secret. We'd like everybody to know about us.
We want everybody to know about us? Well, okay.
Yes. So yeah, share this out and like, subscribe, and all those good things. And you know what? Actually, too, I'm going to start a mailing list. Oh. So if you want to be on our mailing list and find out what's coming up, email the podcast, rockandmetal.faith@gmail. Anyways, we're going to sign off with Stripers. Take It to the Cross.